It's never too late to be who you want to be. I hope that you live a life that you are proud of. But if not, I hope you have the strength to start over. This is a quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald, and it applies to every single one of us. It's up to us to build our dream life. Are you thrilled with your life? Like, shout it from the rooftops, joyful, thrilled with your circumstances, your career, your living situation? If not, it's up to you, and it's time to take action to change that. Because ultimately, our happiness and our fulfillment is an inside job. It's up to each one of us to build the life we love. While we all have different starting points, different circumstances, different privileges, different histories, it's up to each one of us to build the life that we want. It's not up to anyone else. Have you ever heard the phrase, if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time? It's the same with your life. You need to create a plan for your life in order to get there and to build what you want to build, because you will arrive somewhere. You just want to make sure that you're arriving in the place that you want to be. So if you want to change your circumstances, your finances, your career, your well-being, your relationships, anything about your life, you have to build a vision. So tell me in the comments if any of these statements resonate with you. I want to make more money. I work too hard to be broke. I want to feel better in my clothes. I want to feel confident walking into a room full of strangers. I want to be my own boss. I want to travel to that bucket list place I've never been. I want to start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, write a book, make music, make art, pour my creative energies out into something. If you answer yes to any of these, or maybe you have your own want, let me know in the comments. Tell me what it is, because the reality is you are not alone. We all have things about our life that we want to change or achieve or accomplish or do or have or be, but it's up to each one of us to make those things happen. These statements are an important starting point. It's an important realization. But do you notice anything about these statements? What do they all have in common? They're all very generalized. They're all a bit nebulous. There are these generalized statements, these lofty wishes, these untethered ideas, things that we would like to generally do or achieve, but they're not tethered to any specific reason or reality or plan. To make any of these things a reality for you in your life, you have to put context around them in order to make them realistic and relatable to your own life. For example, does make more money mean earn $50,000 or earn $250,000? So while these ideas can be true for you and for me and for many others, they all mean something very specific and very different to each one of us. So to make your dream life a reality, first you have to create your life plan. You might call this your long-term vision or your ideal life. But in order to create that or to make that a reality, you have to get really specific. Now, there are two main ways to create your life plan. And honestly, I think you should do both of them, because doing both will make your vision stronger, more palpable, more specific, and you'll learn something new about yourself from each method. The first method is to write. Go somewhere inspiring. Now, this could be climbing into bed with your cozy little lamp next to you when the house is quiet, or maybe it's your favorite corner of your favorite coffee shop, or a quiet library, or the edge of a lake or a beach. Anywhere that inspires you and that really puts you in touch with your innermost self. Wherever that is, bring your favorite pens and your favorite notebook, or heck, maybe even splurge and buy yourself a new fancy notebook, or bring your laptop because maybe your ideas really flow from your fingertips when you're typing. Whatever it is, give yourself the space and the time and answer these questions. Describe your dream life. What do you do for work or career? Where do you live? What's the climate like? Who are you surrounded by? What kind of home do you live in? What kind of income do you earn? What does your spiritual life look like? What are the core relationships in your life, and who are they with? Are those people in your life currently? What does this version of yourself do every day? What time does she wake up? What does she eat for breakfast? What's her daily schedule look like? What does she do for fun? What fills up her cup? So the next method is to create a visual representation, a vision board. And you can do this the old-fashioned way with a poster board and scissors and paste. Get some magazines and tear out images that really inspire you, or print things out from the internet, Write down your favorite words or phrases or ideas, anything that really resonates with you, anything that works to bring your dream life to reality in front of your eyes. Now remember, you don't have to share this with anyone, so even if this vision that is coming to life in front of you is so far removed from your actual reality, that's okay. It's never too late to evolve or reinvent yourself or to take steps towards that. I mean, what is the human race great at besides evolving and adapting? So if you don't want to get out scissors and paste and it's easier for you to do this digitally, Pinterest is a fabulous tool for this. This is how I do my vision boards, and I do a vision board every year, and I also have a long-term, like 5 to 10 year vision board that I keep as well. Pinterest is a perfect tool for this, and you can create a new board and keep it a secret board or a private board. You don't need to share this with anyone. Or if you don't want to use Pinterest, you can always just grab some images from around the web and drop them into a Google Doc. Nothing is off the table here, so let yourself have fun with it. So after you have your vision board pretty well developed, take a step back and look at it with a critical eye. What do you notice? Are there any patterns or colors or textures that jump out at you? Or climates, scenes, styles? Like what do you see coming together? Does anything surprise you or not surprise you? Maybe this helps to just make all of those ideas you have floating around in your head more cohesive, more tangible. Creating your life plan begins with creating your vision, because only when you know where you want to go is when you can then set your course to get there. So now take out another blank paper or a blank Google Doc, look at this vision board and picture yourself there. And ask yourself, what are her priorities? This version of yourself, what are her priorities? Make a literal bulleted list of what her priorities are. Maybe that's specific relationships or specific types of work or specific types of volunteering or giving, or I mean, it can be anything. It could be literally anything. What are her priorities? And then after you have your bulleted list of those priorities, for each one, write down why those are a priority to her. What is the purpose of those in her life? And what is her purpose for each one of those priorities? For example, one of my priorities would certainly be my husband and my daughter. They are the center of my universe. Why is that a priority for me? Because I love them and I want to be a wonderful life partner for my husband and a nurturing, encouraging mother to my daughter. So just write down a sentence or two about why each of those things are important to her. Next, for each of those priorities, write down where you are with those currently in your life. Are they currently activated or are they not yet activated? Maybe you're in a flux season of life and those things just aren't in the right season yet. That's okay. Or maybe you realize, wow, I really want to be putting more energy and attention into this type of priority. But ask yourself, where are you currently in relation with each of those priorities? And jot that down as well. Now, finally, when you're building your life plan, you have your vision and you have your list of priorities for that version of yourself. Now you understand where you want to go and what that version of yourself prioritizes and where you are now in relation with those priorities. Next, your job is to write down 3 tactics that you can execute on this year to get each of those priorities more activated in your life, to move the needle to make those things more of a reality. For example, if one of those priorities for that version of yourself is to be super healthy, eating organic, working out, very relaxed, very in tune with your wellness and yourself, and very much a beacon of well-being, but you're not quite there yet, or you don't feel like that can describe you right now in this stage of your life, what are 3 things you can do this year in order to make that happen? Maybe one is to start a weekly yoga practice. Maybe the second is to start buying organic foods. Maybe the third is to drink enough water every day. Whatever those simple tactics are, those things begin to shift the needle to make those priorities a reality in your life. So just think for a minute. You have your life vision, and now you have an action plan to start to get you there. Now imagine where you could be 1 year from today if you execute those tactics, if you move yourself closer in alignment with those priorities. I hope you like this video. If you do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, share it with a friend, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I love to make content about building your ideal life. Have a wonderful day.